Welcome to our first podcast where we are going to talk about the importance of motivation. I'm Amy and here's my friend Mary.
Now, I'm sure that many of us will struggle to find motivation at one phase of our life where we face issues such as procrastination. Procrastination is a big topic on its own, so let's leave it for another day.
Let's dive into why motivation is necessary in our daily lives. Firstly, I think motivation is important in terms of fitness because it keeps us healthy, and I think that we need to set expectations and fitness goals so we don't get lazy and are constantly wanting to stay on the right track and improve ourselves. We can simply set up a schedule on our planner of our goals each week and try our best to reach them. If we aren't able to see the benefits in the long term with a far stretch goal, having a weekly fitness to-do list that will motivate us to accomplish something new each week would allow us to stay healthy. A lot of people become fat and obese not because they are born fat, but because they are lazy and would rather sacrifice exercising or leading a healthy lifestyle for something else, like lying in their bed, watching TV, or just sleeping. At that moment, they might not see it as a big sacrifice, but it will impact them negatively in the long run. And that is why we shouldn't even get lazy from the start.
Exactly, we shouldn't let ourselves be in a state where we sacrifice the long-term benefit for a brief pleasure in the present, which is why motivation is very important. For example, we could try to go for a run at least once every week and sometimes do short 10 minutes workouts. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. In my personal experience, sometimes I would be very lazy and would rather just laze around and do nothing than to get up and exercise. But often, I will use extrinsic motivation to get myself to work out. For example, telling myself that I want to lose weight or get abs. Extrinsic motivation is basically doing something because you want to earn a reward or avoid a punishment in the future. However, to be honest, this kind of motivation might not really be long term. This is when you rely on intrinsic motivation, which is something like exercising because it makes you feel good or exercising to relieve stress. Intrinsic motivation is basically doing something because it's personally rewarding to you. Basically, that wraps up why motivation is important in the fitness category.
Now, I want to talk about the importance of motivation to be productive. So, motivation encourages us to do more, hence prompting us to finish up certain workloads we might not have considered finishing. Motivation in the form of incentives also allows us to look forward to the reward, thus we tend to work at a quicker pace with built-up anticipation.
I agree with your view, Mary. Furthermore, such motivation will allow us to work with a positive mindset, and hence, we will not see the task at hand as a chore, making us feel better even as we are doing work. With positive emotions and mindsets, we would be in a better mood, our head would be clearer, and we might complete the task more efficiently with less disruption.
Exactly. This is especially so in a work setting. Team motivation is very important as it sets a good working environment which allows team members to communicate better. It also drives away negative emotions or unhappiness, allowing for more efficiency and effectiveness. This also applies to the school settings. For example, when the team leader or class teacher sets a goal and reward for the whole class, everybody would strive to work harder. They would also be more willing to study together and help one another in striving towards the common goal.
Some ways we can motivate ourselves to be productive can be things such as self-reward. For example, at the end of every 50 pages of reading a book or doing some homework, reward yourself a Snicker bar or watch a movie at the end of the week once all tasks are completed. Another way is to write out a to-do list every morning and just stick with it. You can also watch motivational videos and drink some tea to help you as well. Recently, I've watched this uh, YouTube video on how to stay motivated even though you're feeling very depressed and down. And they told me to watch motivational videos and drink some tea. Another way is that you can surround yourself with people who can motivate you and just make you feel like doing work even though you don't feel like doing work. And the last way is to download apps that watch your screen time and assist you in managing your time. One example is the popular app Forest, which is where you build a tree. I mean grow a tree, and if you enter your phone at any point of time, the tree will die. So it motivates you to not enter your phone because you want to see your tree become big and strong.
Closely linked to productivity leads us to personal growth. For me, I think personal growth is when somebody tries to constantly improve themselves and make changes to become a better person. And this may be what some of us consider to be productive, such as improving time management skills, learning new skills, or developing a new reading habit. By doing these activities over time, we pick them up as good habits along the way, and they improve and empower ourselves.
Absolutely, Mary. I feel like we always have a long list of things we want to do after exams or when we have more time. But to be honest, all of us have the same 24 hours every day, and we shouldn't leave these to-do lists for later. Right now, I'm having my summer holidays, which is basically like just a couple of months just staying at home with no homework. And like, although I find I have a lot of things that I want to do, like a long to-do list that like I actually want to complete by the end of the holidays, I can't really find the motivation to get myself to complete these tasks. Most of the time, I just stay at home and just watch my dramas, and the day's over, and time flies, you know. I think that we really need to find a constant motivation to motivate ourselves to be productive, even though we have a lot of time on our hands. This is very important for personal growth and to discover more about ourselves. And because I think the like every day passes very quickly, like we only have 24 hours on hand each day, maybe we can try to wake up a bit earlier. Like for me, I usually wake up at past 10. So and after I eat breakfast, almost half the day is gone. So I honestly feel like I'm wasting a lot of time just sleeping. But I also like to sleep a lot, so it's a very big sacrifice, you know, to like be motivated to wake up early, especially when you just want to lie in bed and sleep. I think that probably need a lot of motivation to get yourself to wake up early and just complete whatever task that you want to do that for the day.
So far we've only covered like personal growth up to skills building, but diving into character development, like personally for me, I feel like a big problem is my patience, and my patience is really low. So actually I've tried meditating, yeah, in the morning when I get up.
Actually, very ready.
Yeah, actually, but like the first few days when I started out, I usually tend to fall right back asleep, so it wasn't really that
Helpful.
yeah, for me in the first place.
Actually, I tried meditating also, but I don't meditate in the morning because I feel like I also fall back asleep. I tried meditating while sitting on the ground, and to be honest, it was quite hard because
You don't know what to think about, right?
like I don't know what to think about, like when I watch like videos and stuff, right? They said you have to
Clear
look
your
over the
mind.
horizon and like just let your mind go into space or something like that. But I can't, you know.
Yeah,
I just sit there for 10 minutes and just try to meditate and try to like think of like actually I don't really think of anything. I just like close my eyes and try to imagine like a black screen
I see.
I don't know if that is true meditation.
Oh, for in my
Yeah.
case, like, cause I keep falling back asleep, right? Then like the next few days, I took a piece of paper, and then the day before, I'll just like write down some things I want to think about. Like for example, like the thing that's been bothering me nowadays are like what course I want to take in the future. Cause like university is not that far away, and like
Yeah,
what
true.
job? Because what course you
Yeah.
take doesn't necessarily be the job that
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
True
So
that.
I usually think about these things. Um, yeah, and I think it's been going quite okay. Yeah, it's been adding up to my personal growth so far.
A smooth journey.
Yeah, so motivation can just be in a form of like planning ahead, I guess. Cause when you plan ahead,
Yeah, I guess.
you feel like you're more in control of your life. I feel,
Yeah,
and
and I think
yeah,
like a lot of times like people like they just look at the present, like they just do stuff because of the present, like they don't think like what the future holds ahead of them. Like they
yeah,
don't think like what the actions how the actions can impact their lives ahead. So I also think that whatever thing you do, like you shouldn't find an easy way out. Like you should think of uh what does my actions have wait how does my actions impact the future? Like what results what can I get in the future? And not just think like, oh, this is damn easy, so I'm just gonna do it. Cause it's easier and I just
mm,
wanna be happy now. But will
yeah.
you be happy in the future?
Wow, some great advice for personal growth. Wow, we have discussed a lot about motivation and its various categories.
Yeah, we have Mary.
I
So
guess,
basically in a nutshell, right, I guess motivation is the most important. You need motivation to live
yeah,
to get about your daily activities.
if not, life would be like very
Without
mundane.
motivation you'll just die.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
just be boring and kind of meaningless.
Yeah, but also I think like we a lot of people, right, they get motivated in like various ways, like not just a fixed number of ways. Like
Yeah,
different things motivate them to do like stuff.
so it's more like your personality type and what works well with you.
Yeah, kind of.
So you can
Yeah,
experiment with all kinds of motivational
I
ways.
guess you can say that, Mary.
Okay. Alright, Amy. So
Thank
I
you
guess
everyone for watching our nice podcast.
yeah, that wraps
Please
it up.
subscribe subscribe to our channel.
Okay. Thank you.